Good. Welcome to Gas Station Cappuccino. This will be episode 51, I believe. I'm Danny. Next to me is Dean. We are sponsored by Caffeine and Kilos.
Speaking of sponsors, I actually got in contact with a potential real sponsor for the podcast.
We're a real sponsor.
No, like someone that might pay us for this podcast.
There you go. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, Dean, you're wearing that hat there.
Is it getting some reflection from the light? Not really.
So it's a collab hat, a collaborative effort between official brand,
Yep.
and Caffeine Kilos.
Yep.
Dean, what? So official, they're a Sacramento-based company.
Mm-hmm.
What? Do you have any other info on them?
Yeah. I mean, they're a hat. They started off as a hat company. They also do apparel and bags and utility, like streetwear stuff of that nature. Jason's a good friend of mine. I've known him for some years now, and we kind of talked about working together on something, and eventually we just finally got together and did it, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Kind of the idea is the ultimate gym hat. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Part of the idea.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the ultimate lifestyle hat, right? Where it's like functional in and outside of the gym, just like us as people.
Yeah.
It was kind of the whole vision, right? Where you can look cool out, but then also has lots of technical and physical advantages to training.
I like how it's like unstructured mostly, except for the brim, which is pretty hardy.
Mm-hmm.
So like you could just throw it in a bag, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Throw it in the corner. You don't have to worry about it getting like creased or fucked up.
Yep.
It's gonna be a great travel hat.
Oh, for sure.
Cause I'm always like strapping hats on the outside of my bag, and then sometimes they get fucked up when I shove my bag under the seat in front of me. On
Which
airplanes.
also makes it really good for like hiking or anything like that where you got to pack tight.
Oh yeah. Well, wicks the sweat.
Wicks the sweat.
Forgot about that.
But it's also waterproof at the same time.
Oh man.
So like I can't remember the exact pressure ratio, but it was something crazy, like 50 something. I'll have to look it back up. I'll have to talk to Jason again, but basically like 50 some technical term, basically like it's the pressure that comes out of like a hose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way they test it is they put the material to the hose and to the garment, and then at what pressure does it seep through the other end.
Oh.
So this has a pretty high, long story short, it has a high pressure ratio.
So it's not just like if you were to spill some water on it. It's like, no, if you're like blasting this thing.
Yeah, for sure. No, if you're just getting rained on or or spilling water, or someone spills water on you, it's going to seep through.
It's a trip how it's waterproof, but then does wick the sweat away.
Yeah. It's
crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
Materials.
The inside's obviously different than the outside, but then it doesn't hold the sweat, so it's not going to get all sweat stained.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. Obviously, yeah, it's like we have like we can have more little up close like videos and stuff we'll have up for you guys, but it's got a cool little like zipper on the side too to put like your
Condoms.
your condoms or your house key, or even like a hotel card. Say you want to go down to the pool at the hotel, you don't want to bring your wallet.
Yeah.
Put your key card in the
All you
side.
want to take is your key card and the rubbers.
Yeah, key card and the rubbers, and put your maybe some emergency cash in there or whatever.
Oh yeah.
We made it actually. We went through two different sizes. Original sample had a
first
smaller
one
one,
was too small, huh?
but it still fit. But it wasn't like it wasn't convenient enough.
No.
We can get a card in there and it's fine, but
But it's fight.
it wasn't. It wasn't like as easy as we wanted. So we changed that in production, and so that's cool.
Oh,
and
that's
then
great.
obviously it's got 3M around the entire brim, front to back, which is really good. Just it's super high vis 3M. Like you can see somebody a mile away in this thing.
What's cool about it too is Jason from Official. He does CrossFit.
Yes, he does.
Their old warehouse was right next door, literally next door to a CrossFit gym.
Mm-hmm.
You walk out the back door, and it was the next big roll-up door over was the gym.
I think he
So
started.
he would just go and do the noon class, I think, sometimes. And
Yeah, he started doing a. No, he's a 5 a.m. class guy.
oh, is he?
Yeah, he is a late adapter to CrossFit.
Mm-hmm.
he kind of found it later in life, and it's totally changed him as a person. He's got.
Oh, yeah.
He's all in, he's got the Rogue bike at home now.
Oh, yeah.
The, what's that called?
Yep.
The Soul bike or whatever thing.
Yeah. I think the Rogue one's the Rogue Echo bike.
The Rogue Echo bike.
But it's their Soul bike.
So he's, he loves it. It's kind of, that's what also kind of, I think, helped our connection, because he kind of saw the brand, not even just locally, but, he started seeing a lot around the gym, and then he knew that, and we had met before in passing,
right.
And he kind of knew I was behind it, and, this and that. So, and we just, he kind of hit me up one day, and we started chatting, and was like, hey, we should do something in the future. And hopefully this is just one of many things we do together.
Yeah. Because
there's, possibilities there, and let's do some really cool stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's cool. Yeah, it's something a little outside of what we've done before, like not just a hat, but a performance-specific, that has features that we haven't done before.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily
be able to.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call it sport-specific, right? No. I think it's pretty universal, but it definitely has a lot more technology than things we've made in the past.
Performance features.
No, features, yeah, but I wouldn't say like they're just all specific.
No.
It's not a specifically performance-only hat.
No.
But yeah, for sure, I get what you're saying. But yeah, it's really cool to have this. I think not a lot of brands especially in our niche space, have these opportunities to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
At this stage, it's kind of a newer thing. So I think we're definitely on the ground floor of like that next tier of, custom CrossFit, weightlifting, training focused, kind of piece. I think that's something that's, everybody kind of uses the same suppliers around here, right?
Right.
For things. And obviously people are part of the brand, and that's what separates everybody, but things that you're into. But I feel like this is definitely a groundbreaking piece.
Also, having a collaborative piece with another company that's not in the space.
Mm-hmm.
We actually did that Reebok thing where they got a pair of C&K laces with a certain colorway of the shoes, and so we've done some different collaborations with more established companies.
Mm-hmm.
But like Reebok, that was obviously that was on at the CrossFit specific shoe that was released on that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this with a brand that is completely outside of the fitness market.
Yeah.
I mean, they're big in like streetwear and skate type stuff, but
yeah.
But it's still it's
outdoor more too.
Well, the all good.
Yeah.
All good brands, outdoor activities, but not only not founded, but not really in the fitness space much.
No, absolutely.
So it's kind of cool to kind of reach out and do something with somebody who's really, it's funny, very very similar with a lot of the stuff they do, just in a different niches.
Yeah, for sure. It's it's that word, same difference, right?
Yeah.
It's like the extreme sports world,
right?
Which I would consider like skating, snowboarding, BMX, or that kind of stuff. Yeah, that kind of urban street sports.
Yeah.
And those things are very similar to weightlifting and CrossFit and powerlifting. It's all about individual accomplishments, right? Like, what are you capable of doing physically or mentally? And that's kind of the same thing, right? You're kind of on your own. It's kind of carve your own path, and you progress through yourself only. And I feel like that's two very similar things that both sides have, for sure.
It's interesting how a lot of times you can see similarities between activities, and a lot of times people don't associate with one another. Like skating and fitness, whatever, or like like you said, skating, snowboarding.
Yeah.
But you're totally right. It's one of those things where it's a very much an individual thing, and it's absolutely true that to a certain point anyway, that more really is more. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, if you practice more, you're going to get better. Mm-hmm. You will only improve when you put in the work and you do what it takes. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that are kind of like that.
Yeah, it's true. That's for sure. I think that's the biggest connection, for sure.
Within other sports, you see that at times. For example, like weightlifting, you'd see a lot of Olympic weightlifters who have backgrounds in wrestling. It's actually pretty common. You see kind of a lot of that, guys that are at a higher level that had some experience. I mean, lots of sports, but there's some that kind of really stood out. Like, oh man, seems like there's a lot of guys who wrestled, for example, at a relatively high level. Mm-hmm. And so you get different things in there. Like, well, why is that? One, it's probably because it's not fun. Like, practice is not fun for either one. So you're just used to doing things that are uncomfortable and hurt. But knowing that it's like, all right, well, it's going to hurt, but it's the only way I'm going to win, so you just do it. And also, a big part of it I've always thought is a timed, what I would call timed aggression. Like you have to go slow and under control, but then any minute be ready to fucking turn it on. Right? Like when you're lifting, you can't just rip the bar off the ground as fast as you can. You're going to be all out of position, all fucked up. So you got to be under control.
Unless you're Kendrick Ferris.
Yeah, there's a few people who can do it. Ian Wilson.
Yeah.
But I bet you talk to those guys, they feel where that bar is every inch of the way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I think they definitely attempt to put more effort in the bar when it's above the knee. You know? Except, you know, he says, no, the second pull's a myth.
Yeah.
You just rip it and dive under. But the point is, you know, there's usually you go under control to a certain point, and then when it's time to go, you got to fire and kind of turn it on. Wrestling's a lot of that same thing. You're engaged and you're actively moving, but then when there's an opening, you go. So that same kind of thing, like being aware and waiting for the time to go. And I think that's hard for people. A lot of people overlook that when they're teaching others how to lift. It's like, oh, well, here's the technique, and then you talk about timing a little bit. And then under like timing's one thing, been moving faster, but then coupling the speed and changes in speed with aggression and effort, that's a whole different thing. You know, it's like, how do you teach that? Like, okay, well, I guess you do sprint intervals or something, right? Like go at a certain pace and then for 5 seconds go as fast as you can and slow down. I don't know, it's not the same because you're doing it, you know, running's very different than one aggressive movement, right?
Yeah.
But it's
unless you're like a sprinter.
For sure. Yeah, but even then, you're still, I mean, you got 2 legs, you're cycling them, even if you're going 100 meters, I mean, how many steps you take in 100 meters? You know? Anyway, it's interesting, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's that.
Yeah, that's that.
All right, next topic. So we asked people, we asked the Knights of the Grounds table to write us a review and send it to us, screenshot it, send it to us for a chance to win. And so we're going to pick a winner, and that individual is going to win a $50 gift card to Caffeine Kilos.
Is this the winner right here?
This is the winner right here. So this individual, name is Marcel.
Marcel.
So Marcel, you'll be hearing back from us.
Marcellus Wallace.
Marcel R. Anyway, so he appreciates the podcast. He left us a 5-star review mentioning how it's funny, informative, and dangerously caffeinated content, and some other stuff. So thanks for that, Marcel. We will be sending you an email. You'll get it by the time you heard this, but you'll get that $50 gift card. So much appreciated.
Congratulations, Marcel.
Congratulations, Marcel.
Awesome.
So what we'll do is we'll keep it rolling. But I think this week we go to let's go to coffee. We'll send you 1 bag of coffee and a way to brew that coffee.
Ooh.
So we'll send you a bag of coffee, a dripper, and filters.
Nice.
Full kit.
Nice.
Ready to rock.
Full starter kit.
Full starter.
Only thing missing is a spoon.
The only thing missing, yeah.
Just
You have to pour.
Yeah.
You know.
Or get the spoon in there.
Well, want to add the spoon in?
Maybe we need to add a starter kit to the website.
Fuck it, let's get the spoon in.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna get the coffee spoon that has a clamp on it, and the dripper, the V60 coffee dripper brewer, and filters for said dripper, and a bag of coffee.
I think we need to add a product to the website called the
grind
coffee
time.
The coffee maker starter kit. Comes with a bag of ground PR blend.
Yeah.
Comes with a spoon,
Yeah.
a pour over, and filters.
There it is.
Boom,
Yeah.
everything you need.
It's a great gift pack.
That's a great gift pack. We should probably add that to the website.
Maybe
even an executive mug in there.
Oh shit! Calm down. Calm down.
We don't have a super big batch of those though, so we might need to make it a pretty not that many came in. I think it was like what they had, because remember how hard it is to get those black ones again.
Oh yeah.
So
Factory issues.
factory.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great idea. So Marcel's gonna be the first recipient of that pack.
Oh, we're giving him the full pack.
No, he's getting the $50 gift card.
Yeah. No.
All right, you listener, what do we call them? Not
Knights of the Grounds table.
Knights of the Grounds table. Sir,
Sirs and ladies.
sirs and ladies,
Sirs and
madams, those ladies.
Yeah, it was ladies. Ladies, ladies, yeah.
One lady wrote us in and said we just call her sir. It's fine.
Yeah, that's right.
She's I'm a knight at the ground table. Just go with sir.
Yeah.
So, Sir Knight of the Ground Table, leave us a review on iTunes, screenshot it, email it to podcast@caffeineandkilos.com, and you have a chance to win that pack.
Pro pack.
Pro pack. There it is. So, Dean, what music have you been listening to lately?
Lately, I've been listening to actually a mixture of a couple things. Right now, like the most recent play was the Playboy Cardi CD.
Oh.
Yeah.
How's
What's
that?
it called? What's it called again? Something something die. What is it?
I don't remember.
It's not kind of a dark title, but good CD.
Oh.
I mean, if you're looking for depth
Yeah.
and meaning behind
Yeah.
music, it's not for you. But I mean, if you just want to listen to some like, here's I'm happy we brought this up.
If you'll listen to fuck shit.
Yeah, I'm happy we brought this up.
That's what you call it, right?
It's all coming full circle to me. It took me a while to realize what's going on in the music industry, and it all comes down to, I think, two things. First off, I didn't realize that Kid Ink has been doing this before everybody.
Yes.
Everybody's basically just finally figuring out what Kid Ink's been doing.
And Travis Porter.
And Travis Porter.
Basically, Kid Ink and Travis Porter started doing this thing like 12 years ago.
Yes. Really good beats with minimal...
Nobody really got it.
But it's good.
Yeah, people liked it.
Kid Ink is good.
Kid Ink's great.
But like...
I like Travis Porter also.
Yeah, so that's the first thing. And second off, like, this is just basically rap's version of like house music, techno kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference?
There isn't.
One's just kind of a hood version.
One has more... One makes noises like lasers.
Yeah.
And the other one is... just has a bunch of drug and murder references.
Yeah. Well, I mean, house is more like samples, right? Of like famous... famous... or just like minimal hook only.
Right.
Or like some girl singing like very briefly.
Yeah.
Like the same kind of 5 words. Like, it's the same shit.
It's the same thing.
So it's just house rap music is all it really comes down to, right?
Yeah.
It's basically like people were making house rap remixes,
Yeah.
and then the artists started saying, hey, fuck that. We're going to make our own money on that shit.
Look,
we're just going to start making our own and not letting these people sample our stuff and do it and get all the credit.
I can say nothing for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I can say 5 words over the course of a 2-minute track and get people fired up at the club.
Yeah.
Like, why do I need to let fucking Diplo do that for me and make all the money off my hard work?
Diplo's great, though.
No, Diplo's good. And the guy's been around for fucking 20 years.
Yeah.
And he gets it.
No, he gets it. He knows what's going on.
He gets it. He's living his best life.
He really is. That's great.
But, so I kind of came to this, like, full realization. And once you come to that realization, I feel like then you can listen to any era of any music and not just be like, oh, this is not Lil Wayne. Where's the super subliminal, like, play on words?
Right. No, there isn't.
There's not. And
There's
it's
not.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
It can still be good and not have all that.
Right. I mean, you look at it, too, it's kind of... Well, he's better than most of these guys, but I think Gucci Mane's not too far off from that either.
Yeah,
He's got more going on.
He'll tell a story. He'll tell a story.
He'll tell a story, and that's true. And he's got also he does have different flows. He has some different styles. Mm-hmm. But it's the same. There's not a lot of depth to it.
No, it's usually all around the same 3 or 4 topics.
That's it. But new Gucci Mane album is great.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I love when he goes like seasonal with his music. He'll do like some Christmas jingles.
Oh well, he had 2 whole albums: East Atlanta Santa and then Return of the East Atlanta Santa.
Yeah, he's got a new Christmas one.
Oh really?
New Christmas track. I saw like a video for it on like something.
He doesn't care. Well, even in the album he just dropped, in one of the songs I caught it. There's a line where he said something about "steal your trees like the Grinch," and I was like, oh. That's... Now I was wondering, did he just put that in because of the season, but you can kind of get away with that any time of year,
Probably the season.
But then I thought, he knew what he was doing because that's how he is.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
the Return of East Atlanta Santa, like one of the whole tracks there, maybe might have been the opener, the intro, is like dashing through the snow. Like
that's right. The whole song.
The whole song is right, but he does his own thing over it. But that's the beat. Mm-hmm. It's the like. There's like sleigh bells ringing and a piano playing "Dashing Through the Snow."
He gets it, man. He just put it out there.
He's going for it.
Just put it out there and get some features.
Get some.
Get on some tracks. Put it out there.
That's it.
Just keep putting out music, whether they like it or not.
But then people who are underrated, that do go the opposite way, is like that. V the Ruler has a new album out.
I don't think I'm familiar with that person.
Oh, you're not?
I don't think so.
I think you turned me on to, maybe it wasn't you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think you did.
Maybe I turned you on to a song. I just didn't know who sang it.
No, it was like it was like years ago on Dat Piff. There was a mixtape. This guy V the Ruler.
V the Ruler.
V the Ruler. Anyway,
was it the one that has like a cartoon drawing?
I don't remember.
On the album cover?
I don't remember that. Anyway, new album out though. I saw it was just in every now and then I pop up the recent, and it was on there from recent, and I was like, oh yeah. And I listened, I'm like, man, this is really good. No one's going to listen to this. That's what I remember thinking.
Yeah.
Because there's like, there's some features on there, but by nobody really. And I was like, oh man, like, he's like right on the edge of kind of being known. But then it's like if he had one or two like star features, that'd probably be it. But he doesn't. And so it's like, all right, well, you're just going to be good kind of off to the side there.
That was the king of good off to the side is Los.
Yeah, so Los, I thought of him at the same time. I was like, Los and V the Ruler. Those are two guys that are probably like the most like underrated or like the unknown guys are on the cusp, like are on the edge of like. But do they care? I don't know how much they want to break through.
I think that they came in though at the wrong time where people weren't looking for that anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, Los kind of came in when Lil Wayne was on top, right?
Yep.
And it was like always going to be foreshadowed by that. He didn't have the star power.
Yeah. That's exactly
I follow him on, I did or do still follow Los on Instagram, and he just didn't really put much out there.
Yeah.
Like he might, he didn't really have any personality.
Yeah.
It was always like high quality pictures of him shopping for vegan foods only.
I mean, look, you want to talk
okay.
about like new guys coming out and stuff like that too. Like, you say what you want about Pumper, Lil Pump, but that whole Snapchat, he had the Snapchat sticker thing. Like that really catapulted him as much as anything. Like he had that one song, but then they bought Snapchat ads where it was like his little figure dancing to the song, and that was on everybody who had Snapchat used that filter, and that's what totally blew him up, and that's actually what made him like instead of a one-hit wonder and gone, that's kind of what made him have a little sticking around. I think that got him more features and stuff like that because it made him linger. Right, instead of that one hit, like it made that song linger around.
His audience is definitely, the audience that still uses Snapchat, right? Like the younger kids.
Yeah. I don't even know if Dante, does anybody use Snapchat anymore?
Oh, they do.
Oh, the young kid, it's still huge in like high school and below.
It's tapering off, I think.
That's what
and up, tapering off.
Yeah, because like a year ago, I felt like everyone was still using it, but then now I don't.
I deleted mine over a year ago, I think, at this point. I mean, like, honestly, I think it's also like it's kind of funny. Like, I was only using it to look at other people's like stuff.
Yeah,
and I wasn't ever posting anything on it myself. Like I really had nothing to put on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then once Instagram put up their stories, like I don't need this.
So in Instagram,
if you're a single young dude or a girl, like maybe you're using it for like honestly like meeting people or like chatting with people through that. Like it's like almost like a dating tool. But
well, when Instagram Stories first came out, it actually, I think, helped boost Snapchat because it was like awareness of that type of a thing. Like people who before would never use it because they had all the great filters and all this stuff. And at the time, Instagram Stories didn't have those filters and the GIFs and all that thing. So when Instagram Stories first came out, it actually kind of gave a little shot in the arm, Snapchat. And then as Instagram just continues to rip off every good feature they have, it's just like now it's... Because before that's what happens. Like, shit, sometimes I would, and lots of people would. You'd actually do something on Snapchat, record something so you could use one of the Snapchat filters, and then post it to your Instagram story. Like that was totally a thing. But now, kind of nobody really does that because you don't have to, because Instagram has enough of its kind of gifs and stuff like that already.
Oh yeah, now I mean the cool thing with like Instagram stories now is you can add any kind of image or
set timer,
funny thing. I don't think that's where is it?
On the story.
I haven't checked.
Oh, I'll show you after.
Yeah. No, there's just so many. There's something new on there every day.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually pretty easy to put your own shit on there for other people to use.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Someone was telling me about it. And they said it's actually anybody can kind of do it.
Huh.
To an extent. It might have to be like approved or something, but
right.
there's like a place for it.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Last thing about music is years ago there was this it was Lil Wayne Unplugged concert. It was on when MTV was doing their Unplugged, and they had like a second round of some MTV Unplugged.
First off, about Unplugged, like they should have just like canceled it after Nirvana did it,
Yeah.
because
No,
one
that's-
can ever ever compare to that.
And it's interesting too because well that was also back when everything was still like they would use acoustic guitars and everything also. Then like they brought it back and did the Unplugged again, but it was really just a concert series.
Those people are like performing on stage.
Well, yeah. So anyways, that was like the Lil Wayne Unplugged. You know, I mean, like it was like he had a full band, so it wasn't like just a DJ. It was like a full band with him. Maybe that's how they justified it, whatever. But like it was
okay.
regular instruments. It wasn't like acoustic guitars. He wasn't sitting in a chair with the guy next to him
But
with
it
an acoustic
also-
guitar. He was full on a stage going ape shit, like running around, like it
Was this when he came out with that one what was that rock album called?
No, he didn't even play any of those songs. He was smart.
What was that called?
I don't know. It was,
It was basically Little Peep before Little Peep was what that album was.
yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, what was that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So it was great, and actually I had to record it on a DVR, and I would like watch it every now and then, like once a year, once a couple times a year. I'd be like, oh, we'll watch that Lil Wayne Unplugged, you know? Mm-hmm. And then it's just gone now. It's nowhere. Like it's nowhere on.
I gotta find the name of that.
I can't find it online. Like it's just absolutely gone. Like it disappeared. Like I'll see references to it, but you can't stream it anywhere. Like MTV pulled it down. It's
Rebirth.
Rebirth. And so I was like, man, it's kind of bummed.
I mean, that's got to be on YouTube.
No. And you know what you find on like DatPiff, you can find a like an audio version of it, like someone held.
Maybe it wasn't unplugged, and you thought it was.
No, it definitely was. So I found it, like I said, in audio only, but it sounds like someone held a voice recorder next to the television as it was playing. Like it's pretty shitty quality. And I mean, you can find references to it. Like people talk about it, just the actual videos. I was like, maybe you could just maybe MTV's selling them. Like I'll fucking buy it. And nope.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well there it is. So I was guessing it was maybe something with contract issues or something like that.
Yeah, maybe
you
he
know?
didn't want them to use it, or they didn't pay him enough, so he's like, take that shit down.
Or maybe it was part of the whole, you know, recent legal issues with Cash Money Records and all that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but last night I go on YouTube to look up how to fix one of my toilets that's kind of broken, and then for whatever reason, like a Lil Wayne video was on the front one. I was like, oh yeah, there's like this live concert. There's like hour-long video of him at some festival, like in the middle of the day. So it's kind of funny, but it was fantastic. I was like, man, this guy is just, you know what it is? He's flat out. He's just a star. Guy's a superstar.
Oh yeah, he's a superstar. He's about as big a
As big as it
superstar
gets.
as you can be, especially in like music.
Oh yeah. No, as far as music goes, like
Pop
that's
culture.
Like,
he's
at-
up there with the fucking, you know, Beatles and Elvis and shit.
it. No, at this point, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It like blew my mind. I'm just watching it, and I'm like, this guy. It's at that point. Like this guy is just like that's it. The guy's a fucking superstar.
Yeah, he's more famous than I think of, like even like a Tupac situation.
I heard this thing about him where they said, when he does like commercials, they say that he's like the best person to work with. Like he just straight like follows directions. You tell him lines. Like that's why I say rappers are good actors. They remember their lines and stuff like that. But so you get him on a commercial, he like walks in, he goes to every single person on set, like even the cameraman and stuff, shakes their hand, nice to meet you, my name's Wayne, right? This whole thing, and then is just smoking this giant blunt during directions, and the producers are always worried that he's not going to know what the fuck's going on, but then he just nails his lines every single time, like one take Tommy. And they're like, yeah, well, that's because he's a fucking star. He's been doing this since he was 14. The guy's a pro.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, it's
That's
just
true. How old is he? 40?
No, he's like 34.
He looks 40.
He might be 35.
He looks 40.
Yeah. All his face tattoos.
Saw a picture of him at one of the drugs.
Well, yeah, but it's...
Saw a picture of him at, what was it, 2 Chainz wedding?
And he's so
And
skinny.
he looked so terrible. He looked like he was dying.
Yeah.
His body is like for sure shutting down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's just get off those drugs.
I mean, yeah, there's no question. The video 2 Chainz wedding's great though, because he's like standing on a couch.
Yeah.
So that he's same height, so 2 Chainz can help him with his jacket.
And he's wearing like some
Or he's
fucking
something like
$30 fucking yellow Vans.
Yeah.
Everybody's got like the most expensive shit on.
Dude. Man, so in weightlifting, the American Open final, how Nicole Lim and Rob Blackwell, they both won first. You got a couple. They both won, so that's kind of fun.
That is.
His and hers medals.
That's right. Yeah, that's good. That's good for the old Cal Strength resume.
Yeah, there it is.
And yeah, Rob. Does that help Rob with anything as far as like any kind of teams?
I have no idea.
Because of like the whole American Open Series fiasco.
Oh, that whole thing. I'm not sure.
I wonder if he lifted better or worse than that. I obviously he won, but I don't know like as far as numbers wise. I don't know.
I think better.
Did he lift better?
Yeah.
That's good.
Other thing.
I saw John was there running around. I saw him in the back. I
Oh,
saw him
man.
everywhere.
That's great. That's great.
And then I saw him. He's back to training. He must have got fired up when he was there. That's how it is. You get a little bit of the AO hangover, so you just want to jump in the gym.
Well, you're watching people and you're like, shit, man, I remember this is fun, and it is, but the everything leading up to it is not.
Yep. Yeah.
Also in fitness is this right now going on is the Dubai Fitness Championships, the first qualifier for the 2019 CrossFit Games.
Is that
And this
happening?
new format.
Is that happening right now?
Right now.
Starting
But right now,
today?
I think they're sleeping. It's like, but
Is
yeah,
that a live stream for that?
there is.
I might want to watch some of that.
Dude, you got to subscribe to the Morning Chalk Up.
Yeah, I do. I'll do it today.
You got to start. Yeah, you got to start checking out those emails. They're
I just been getting my fix through. When we toss them in the GS or the Caffeine and Kilos one.
yeah, the Monday.
It's technically it's an unofficial official kind of collab with them on that. They know that we were in contact with them with that.
Oh yeah. Well, if we do repost something theirs, we give them credit for it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That's what you want when they're. I
They're
mean,
just getting it out to more people.
at this point, they're essentially a media company.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like if you posted a link to a story that's on CNN.
Yeah, man. I've been honest to God. It sounds terrible, but I've been kind of out of the news loop lately, and I don't mind it.
Ooh. I don't think it's terrible. I don't watch the news.
I kind of like just blow through headlines now too. Like it's kind of sad, but it's just like I just can only deal with so much negativity in my life at one point.
Dean, that's smart. That's smart. No, I don't watch. Here's the thing: if something happens that's so important that it's going to affect your life, you'll know,
Yeah.
right? And everything else. And I've actually heard someone think of it this way too, or someone mentioned it when they were talking about the same thing. They're like, I look at it like this. I was watching the news one day, and I had this thought. I thought, okay, I'm only going to pay attention to things that are going to affect me 1 year from today. And so they did it for 3 days, and not one damn article came across that was going to have any effect on their life a year from then. And I said, so how's that? Quit watching the news. And it's with the way the news cycle is right now.
Oh, it's just so, yeah, there's so much crap.
Oh, it's turn and burn, and then everything, it's like basically if you're watching like CNN or Fox News or anything like that, it's basically just 100% clickbait, but it's not just like the subject or the title, it's the entire story. It's like, all right, here's 2 minutes of fucking Chicken Little, the sky is falling, everything's fucked, next story.
Yeah.
2 minutes, there's a hurricane, and whatever, 24 houses got leveled, someplace in Florida. Fucking 37 trailer parks got leveled. And everyone's, oh my God. What you don't know is that happens every year, and that there's, anyway, it's like that's what's going on. There's a tragedy, and all they do is they just take it out of context and make it the biggest deal in the world so that you're like locked in and paying attention now. And they put no context around it. Oh, actually, for the last 5 years, 174 trailer parks per year were leveled, and this year was only 37. So this is actually could be a good news story. But you don't hear that. All they're saying is how this is what went down. Oh, 37 homes leveled. Yeah, last year there was 300. Why aren't we saying that?
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Hurricane, the worst one this year.
First off,
the worst one this year. It's the only one this year.
Yeah.
Like that shit.
Worst one in months.
Oh.
What is it? What's funny about the words like something like breaking news? It's just news.
That's it. It's
news is
It's always
talking about current things that are happening right now. That's what the news is.
Yeah.
So like breaking news and news is the same thing.
It's redundant.
It is redundant.
You know what it is? Someone busted my balls the other day about the same type thing. As
if you're just talking about old things, you're just talking.
Yeah, I said something about something was very unique. And I said, very unique? You really need to say very? I mean, if it's unique, I mean, that's, can it really be something more unique? Like, is it, Like, let's talk about the degrees of unique. Like, do you have to say very unique?
No.
It's like, no, I guess you don't.
No, you don't. You're right.
So fuck.
I've definitely used the word very unique, but you definitely don't need to.
No. But now I still say it every time I catch myself.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say it less.
I think it's just more. It's more of a.
I'm trying to put emphasis.
I think it's more. It just shows that you're more excited or you're more interested in that specific uniqueness.
Yeah.
Like, it's more interesting to you when you say something's very unique.
Yeah.
Like, it's enough to, like, yeah, it's unique, but it really caught your attention, and you might, it's separate from, like, something that's unique that doesn't, you don't really care about.
It's a very unique opportunity. It's a unique opportunity. Same thing.
It's true. Yeah,
You're at the
it's more of an
breaking news.
I think it's more of an expressive, it's more of a way to express your opinion on the uniqueness.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Oh man, I might as well just tell you now in front of everybody because your birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I got you something,
Oh, geez.
and I got it. I ordered it. God, man, like I'm not kidding you. Probably 6 weeks ago, 6 or 8 weeks ago, and it's still don't have it yet. So
Oh, dang.
you're gonna have to wait.
Well, I appreciate that. I wasn't
No,
expecting anything.
don't get too excited. 'Cause you don't know what it is yet. Maybe you hate it.
Yeah, that's hopefully I do.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you at some point today, in case I didn't talk to you tomorrow, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
might as well
Maybe another
show in
6
front of
weeks.
everybody. This
Maybe
way you can't
another-
yell at me.
Maybe another 6 weeks from now, we'll be able to see it.
Yeah, no kidding. I should look into that.
Well, cool. I think that was a good episode, 51.
All right, hey, remember, go on iTunes, rate us, write a review, and then send a screenshot over to podcast@caffeineandkilos.com.
Choose one.
And we'll choose a winner to win the whole kit.
The whole kit and caboozle.
whole kit and coffee. So you get a bag of
What's
bag
a
of coffee.
caboozle?
And it's a fake word.
It's like a whatchamacallit?
It's like a wingdinger.
A whatchamacallit?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Man, off topic now, but I remember I saw someone posted a picture from an airport where right after TSA and it said a recombobulation area. And it's great that's a thing. Because after you go through, you get your fucking belt off, like your backpack, everything's out of your bag, you got to go to the recombobulation area to get your shit back together.
Speaking of, never mind, not getting into it. It'd be a tangent.
And there we go. All right, so yep, send that review to podcastcaffeineandkilos.com, and we will pick a winner.
Till next time. See you later.